Welcome back to another episode of the Rewind and Rewatch podcast. My name is Joel.
My name is Andrene.
And we are siblings, millennial siblings.
Siblings.
Who have been, I don't know why you said it like that.
Millennial siblings.
Millennial siblings.
Siblings.
That have, that's a silly word. We have been rewatching movies from the 90s and discussing them to talk about how we enjoyed them or did not enjoy them, how well they've aged, anything that did not age well, and ultimately we give it a rewind rating from a scale of 1 to 5 to determine how rewatchable the movie ultimately is. We have been speeding through a very long list of requests from listeners and followers on social media who have been sending us recommendations for movies, movie episodes, and we have another one today.
Before we talk about today's film, I want to point out we did get an email from one of the listeners, I think just yesterday, from the time of this recording, and she was basically asking, you know, she had like 5 or 6 movie requests, and she was kind of afraid that it was too many requests. And I was like, oh, I said no.
That's the first time anybody's done that, because let me tell you, some people will send us 25 movies and be like, do all of them.
Yeah, I said no, you're not limited to one. You're absolutely fine by requesting whatever it is you want. One was kind of an indie film, but again, you never know. We might pick it. So
90s is 90s.
As long as it's 90s, yes.
90s is 90s. All 90s, all the time.
Okay.
And
right, so for today, we are going to be discussing 1996's Mission Impossible, starring Thomas Cruise. This is our first Tom Cruise, isn't it?
Is it our first Tom Cruise?
I think so.
Wow.
Which is shocking.
I'm trying to think of, maybe.
Episode 65.
We did Jim Carrey, we did Tom Hanks, we did Robin Williams, we did Julia Roberts, we did all the big guns. We did John Travolta. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this is our first Tom Cruise.
I think it is.
1996. Who requested this movie?
Jeremy.
Oh, shout out to Jeremy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, before we get into the details, the
who's in
nitty-gritty, well, we did say Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
Give us our one-sentence summary, Andrene. What is Mission Impossible? You should see the face she just gave me, guys.
This plot is a little bit okay. I can do it.
There is a lot happening in this.
I can do it. I think I can do it.
Yes, one sentence summary of Mission Impossible. No pressure.
Okay, a disavowed CIA agent assembles a team in order to catch a mole within the agency.
Yeah, that's good. That is good.
Kind of the big picture of it all.
So they're a part of this group called the IMF.
Mm-hmm. I
I don't know if they ever say what IMF stands for.
I didn't catch it.
But
IMF operations.
They're basically like international spies that do these top secret missions. So top secret that their organization doesn't even like technically exist.
Mm-hmm.
They get, these special missions on these little, what look like beta cassettes.
Yeah.
And then it's like this message will self-destruct in 10 seconds. And basically, hey, you go on this mission, you try to solve it. If anything goes wrong or you die, we have no ties to you, and the government won't save you. So these people are like the best of the best of the best, sir.
Yeah, they're also very expendable.
Yes. But they also have the highest skill set. Right? Because you're doing these missions where you're kind of putting yourself at risk every time.
Oh, yeah.
Not only of just like getting killed, but also getting like kidnapped, getting tortured, getting turned.
Right.
And that's kind of what happens in this movie.
So what is your relationship with this film? What do you remember, if anything, about this movie?
Yeah, this was interesting rewatching this movie because I feel like I haven't seen it since I was probably in high school at the latest.
Okay.
So like it's been a good like 20 years since I've seen this movie. I feel like we watched part 2 a lot.
Yeah, that was my jam.
I don't know. That's probably why I saw it a lot. It's because you liked it. So like I feel like I saw part 2 at least like 4 or 5 times. I don't really remember too much about part 1 other than like the famous scene of him like coming in through the ceiling and trying to type on the computer and he can't fall down. Like that is kind of like the main thing I remembered, but I didn't remember like why he was doing it or what he was trying to retrieve. I had no recollection of this whole thing about him being framed.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I didn't remember most of this movie.
Fair. Fair enough. I mean, the whole part of him being framed was giving me Jason Bourne vibes. And I was like, wait, this is like Jason Bourne.
Or maybe Jason Bourne is like this.
Yeah, you're right. I just had no idea. But the one thing I did, I guess, watching this is Jon Voight is a big character in this film.
Jon Voight's car.
Yes, I thought about Seinfeld immediately, which is kind of crazy to people, I'm sure, who were like, why would you think about Seinfeld? He was like in like one episode.
Just driving around in Jon Voight's car.
But he wasn't even, was he even in the episode?
I think he was in one episode. Like towards the end, they ended up spotting him on
that's right.
the street.
Was this the same storyline with the bite marks in the pencil?
I don't know.
And I feel like, all right, I don't want to go on that tangent.
But I mean, Jon Voight's a big time actor. But for some reason, I think about Seinfeld. I mean, he was in Deliverance and Catch-22 back in the 70s. He
was in Holes.
Yeah, he also was in Anaconda. Great film.
Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. I mean, Holes and Anaconda are like kind of goated.
And so you mentioned like these beta cassettes where they get the mission. And so very early on in the film, we see him on a flight. He's in first class, and a lady's going around asking people if they want to watch a film. And when she addresses him, she basically asks him. And at first he says no, and then she said something. I can't remember exactly what the phrase was, but it almost is like the first word that she says is like an indicator that this is like a message for you. She says something, and then he says, okay. He puts it in, and they say, oh, message is for, Jim Phelps. Your eyes only. And it pulls up, and he's able to see what the next mission is. The tape also tells him what team is being assembled, basically what their jobs will be for it. And he learns that there is someone who basically is a traitor who has all of the code names for all of these undercover, like deep cover CIA agents. And the way it works is like it's 2 halves. So one half just has the code names and the other half has the agents' real names. And so this traitor is supposed to be meeting with a buyer, and his job is to photograph this guy, follow him to the buyer, and then of course take him and the buyer in. So this is the whole thing. So as he's going through this whole thing and I'm watching it, I'm like, well, I know from number 2 that this is Tom Cruise's job. Like Tom Cruise takes over this guy's job. So I'm like, oh, he has to die. So instantly I'm watching this and I'm like, he has to die. So either he gets shot or he's the killer or he's the traitor. So it kind of ruined it for me because I kind of was like,
both of those things kind of happen, but
well, yes.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing is for your eyes only, and he's watching it on a public plane. Like, you're just in first class. You're not, like, on a private jet.
You just got to cover the TV screen.
Right. He wasn't doing anything like that, though. He was just watching it. So then it's like, anybody behind him could have just, like, seen the entire video.
You're right.
But, yeah, that's fine, I guess.
It's fine.
Top secret.
Your mission, if you choose to accept it. You have to choose.
So, right, yeah. So, right at the beginning of the movie, we see... like a mission happening even before the video.
Oh, that's right.
We see Emilio Estevez and Tom Cruise and some woman. And Tom Cruise is wearing what to me looked like really, really bad makeup. Some sort of prosthetic.
Mrs. Doubtfire,
where it was definitely Mrs. Doubtfire prosthetics. Where he's supposed to be pretending to be some Ukrainian in Kiev. And they basically frame this guy very, very much kind of like The Godfather. Is it The Godfather or The Godfather 2? Where they frame the guy to make it look like he killed this prostitute. So basically it was very much like that. And so the guy wakes up in the bed and this woman's dead and they're like, oh, what happened? Like, let's see if we can help you out. Like, we need some information. So, but then we find out that the woman who's dead is actually an agent, and they gave her some meds that made her pass out for a temporary amount of time. Very Romeo and Juliet.
Right.
So anyway, we see already that Tom Cruise is an agent, and we see that he has the ability to like wear other people's faces and tear it off. And this comes up a few more times in the film. So this is kind of just like establishing that this is a plot point.
But also, why is it only him that can do it?
I don't
No
know.
one else wears these prosthetics but Ethan.
No, because he's the main character. That's why.
Oh, okay. But also, again, when you think about these face swaps, no one takes into account the actual body build of the person that they're like impersonating.
Well, we watched Face Off.
Because towards the end, he pretends to be Jim, and I'm like, his wife didn't realize that wasn't her husband's body.
None of us did. It looked like Jim to me. Also, professional prosthetics don't work this way. You can't just peel it off. It's not a mask.
What about the voice?
Yeah, I don't know. That's the whole thing. Later on in the film, we see him pretend to be this senator, and he's wearing the mask. But when they
the mask was bad.
When they show the senator on TV before this mission takes place, the senator just looks like Tom Cruise with bad makeup on. So I'm like, I wonder what's going to happen next.
Yeah, it was very obvious.
It's like, this guy just looks like Tom Cruise with a fake nose. Like, what's going on? They just gave him like a Groucho Marx mask. And then we're supposed to believe that this is a completely different person than Ethan Hunt. Okay.
Well, do have to do. So in this movie, there were a lot of gadgets that they used that I thought were very interesting because, of course, they're spies.
Yeah.
And so they had to have all these different things. So they had these glasses that had cameras in them that came in throughout the film. Like, there's a big scene where they go to the embassy, and this scene was really shocking because of the number of deaths that happened. Like, I could not believe how many of Ethan's
the whole team
basically just got wiped out.
The whole team
it was
got
a massacre.
clocked.
It was a massacre. And they're wearing these glasses so that, there's cameras on them so they can see where people are going. They can record people. And that comes into throughout the entire movie. There's also this bubble gum that turns into an explosive. Mm-hmm. And this was giving me...
Red side, blue side.
This was giving... Well, that's Matrix references. But it was giving me a much darker version of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Because there's a gum that he has that, exploding gum. Like, if you chew it and it blows you back.
Oh.
And so I was thinking about that and I was watching this. I'm like, well, this is a much bigger explosion than Willy Wonka.
Yeah, it won't just blow you back. It will blow you up.
So that
the man
was cool.
said, just don't chew it.
Yeah, he sure did. They also had, the pen that Claire had so that she could drug the guy at the end so they can break into Langley to get the disc. And she, squirts this...
Laxative?
It wasn't a laxative. He was vomiting.
He was throwing up, yeah.
So I'm not even sure what it was, but she gave him something to make him sick.
Maybe it was just light poison.
Poison light?
Yeah, just it's like a Bud Light. It's it doesn't have that much alcohol in it.
So it has the skull with the X on it, but has a little minus sign.
Yeah, it's just
it's not as strong.
It's just like Poison Light. It's okay, you can have a little bit of this. It's not gonna kill you all the way. It's just gonna
Yeah, so
upset tummy a little bit.
I like the little gadgets. It was fun to watch them use those as little
that's
tricks.
kind of like what's it called? What's my man's name? James Bond, right? Undercover spy, all these gadgets. Kind of similar to that, but obviously an updated version.
And he's way more debonair
than Ethan Hunt.
I think so.
Yes,
for sure.
Of course,
for sure.
He's James Bond. He's Pierce Brosnan. He's Sean Connery.
Oh,
he's Daniel Craig.
He's giving you all of it.
He's not Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise is cool. Tom Cruise is dangerous, but you wouldn't call Tom Cruise debonair.
No.
That's not really what he's giving you.
No, not at all.
That's not his job.
Not his job description. And then, of course, there's this trope that we see in all these action films is that Ethan doesn't follow orders. And that was pretty much when this whole embassy thing happened. So basically, the team was supposed to go down and find this traitor at this embassy event, and they have different people tasked with different things. Like one person was lookout, someone else was supposed to be transport in the van. At one point, Ethan and this other character, I believe her name was like Hannah, are like pretending to make out in the side. And what I really liked about it was, before I talk about how he's not following orders, there's a scene where they basically have to sneak into this area where like they're not really allowed to go, like access only. And they have this one guy who's played by Emilio Estevez who's able to control the elevators. And they're able to sneak into this area. And then when they're trying to get back out, the person who might catch them is coming down the elevator. Emilio Estevez is able to like pause the elevator, and they jump down and like crouch underneath the elevator as it's coming down. And I'm watching this like, this is insane. But like, I was into it. Like, I was very intrigued. I was watching them.
Do you want to be a spy or not, bro? Like, you might
is that what I'm saying?
You might gotta jump into an elevator shaft. Like, this is the part of the JD.
But it was so exciting. Like, I was watching it.
Oh yeah, of course
like,
it's exciting.
It was great to watch.
Yeah,
It was interesting. And
what's the last movie we saw in an elevator shaft?
It was tip of my tongue.
We saw another movie.
Yes,
in an elevator.
Oh my gosh,
shaft.
I'm sure people are yelling. By people I mean Nick. No wait, it's tip of my tongue. It was an action film. It'll come back.
I honestly cannot remember
It'll
what
come
it was.
back.
I honestly
this is annoying
cannot
now.
remember what it was.
And it was a cop who wouldn't follow orders.
Well, yes.
And it was like, if you okay, I can't remember. It'll come back to me.
Okay.
But anyway, they're going through this mission. They get out. He and Hannah are like pretending to make out. And then his boss, who is Jim Phelps, played by John Voight, basically tells him, abort the mission.
Not only that,
like, abort.
He said when they were prepping for the mission, yo, if at any point I say abort, everybody walks away. Like, this was the order from the boss.
I mean, yes, that's what abort means. Like,
but no, yes, we know that's what abort means. But it's also like, he said it explicitly.
Yeah.
Like, yo, if this happens, this is what you do.
Abort and then meet back in the safe house at 4 a.m.
Yes.
That's what he said.
Specifically said this.
So he's hearing abort and he's like, well, no, we got eyes on the package. They kept calling the guy the package, right?
we got eyes on the package.
We got eyes on the package. And he's like,
great package.
And he's like, yo, I have a shadow. Which means like I've been made. Someone's following me. Like, it's over. No, but we got eyes on the package. He's on the move. It's like, bro, but he's telling you, like, if your entire team's going to abort, what are you going to do by yourself?
So then his partners are like, yo, Jim is the boss. Jim said abort. He said, I can't do that.
Yeah.
It's like, you can't do that. What do you think this is? What do you think this is? This is a job. This is not just like you doing this for recreation, bro. Like, and also, like, what's the plan? You're just going to like solve the mission on your own? You need the whole team.
Yes. That's exactly what he wants to do.
It's crazy.
So he doesn't listen, but because he didn't listen, he's the only one who actually survived. If you think about it. Because if he ended up staying with Hannah ended up getting murdered.
Jack dies in the elevator.
Oh yeah, he had a bad death.
My man, Coach Bombay, he didn't make it. He didn't make it out the first 20 minutes.
He didn't make it into the credits.
He didn't make it into the credits?
No, that's why, because I was watching.
Oh,
I was watching, and I was like, Emilio Estevez, he was not in the credits.
Dang. Well, he must have agreed to do the movie uncredited because you can't just do that. Yeah. Also, as a side note, I couldn't remember either. The answer to my own question, it is Speed.
Okay.
I like went back and looked at all the movies we did. I'm like, yo, which one is it? Yeah.
Okay.
And I wasn't thinking about it because the rest of the movie obviously takes place on a bus.
Right.
So yeah, Keanu Reeves in Speed. Anyway.
Great. Thanks for that. So I think like normally we'd be like rolling our eyes like, oh, this guy doesn't listen, but it's like because he did all of that, he does end up actually the only one walking away initially. We find out later on that Claire is still alive and she ends up meeting him at the safe house at 4 a.m. And this whole interaction with her and Ethan really
was odd.
Suspect.
It was very odd.
Because, and not even just her, I'm talking about him. So at this point, he trusts no one, right? Because he's like, this was a setup. We were basically ambushed. I don't know what's going on.
Well, not only that it's a setup, the whole thing about it is the fact that as the only survivor, his boss, like the big boss,
The boss is boss.
The boss who actually works for the CIA, who has an actual like name badge, and not the IMF goons that are basically contracted to do this secret dirty work. The big boss calls him in, like, yo, like, what happened out there? He's like, yo, my entire team is dead. Like, I don't know what happened. Like, my man Jim is dead. Everybody's gone. He's like, yeah, well, actually, this was a mole mission. And you're the only one who survived. And also, we just found $100,000 in your parents' bank account. So
he's like, what?
So we just found out that you're the mole. So basically, he has to like escape before they arrest him.
Yeah, the place is crawling with IMF agents.
So he basically is now on the run from his own team because they think he's in on it. And also, he's now wondering who was the actual mole because it's not me.
Right.
And they obviously are trying to set him up by sending money to his parents.
Right. So he goes to the safe house. He falls asleep due to exhaustion, obviously. And when he jumps up because what he did was he had broken glass and he ends up like basically distributing the glass all over the floor, which was really smart. So if anyone walks towards the door, he'd hear the crunch and wake up, which does happen. He sees Claire. He pulls a gun on her because he's like, "What?" Like,
first he sees Jim.
Well, we knew that was he was dreaming.
Odd,
he was dreaming. But he sees Claire, and it's kind of like, oh, like, how are you still here? Like, you must be the mole.
I saw you. You were in the car.
No, I got out of the car. I ran to the bridge. He said someone was just...
Give me that. I was on the bridge. There was nobody on the bridge.
What happened to Jim?
Wake up, Claire! Jim's dead! They're dead! They're all dead!
So, long story short, he's not really sure that he can trust her. And I'm watching this scene, so to make sure that, he can believe her, he throws her down on the bed and, like, pins her arms to the bed, and he's like, I don't know if I can trust you, blah, blah. And I'm like, are they about to kiss? It was very bizarre.
It was so weird.
Because I'm like, if this had been a man that you were not sure was the mole, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't slam him onto the bed. You slam him against the wall, against a furniture, like something... Punch him, something.
Tell me the truth, Claire.
Yeah, something. You're not.
While he's pressing her down on the mattress.
He's lying on top of her.
Very strange choice.
It was very bizarre. And then later on in the film, she's huddled up in the corner because of what's going on, and she like asks for his hand, and then she starts rubbing his hand like lovingly across her face. I was like, "What is going on?" Like, your husband just died like yesterday. Like, it just because her character Claire is married to Jim Phelps,
who is Jon Voight's character.
So I'm like, girl, your husband is dead, and you just...
Her first move was to bang Ethan.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole thing was very, very strange to me. And I was like, So from jump, I didn't trust her. Because I was like, girl, you're doing way too much.
It was weird. It was definitely weird.
Way too much. So I did not care for that. I wanted to ask you, what were your thoughts on this whole Job 314 thing? I was lost.
Job 314?
I was like, bro, I don't get how this...
It's not Job 314. It's Job 314.
The Bible verse had nothing to do. I was like, I don't...
Yeah, it was... Yeah, I don't know. It was kind of circuitous, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if we really needed it. The whole idea is that this mole has been communicating to an arms dealer named Max. And Max has a reputation for turning agents. And they're able to basically get a bunch of connects on the inside. And so then he's like, all right, well, if the mole was communicating to Max, I need to get in touch with Max so that I can figure out who the mole is. And basically save the day on my own. Mm-hmm. So long story short, he does get in touch with Max. And he basically says to her, like, I'll get you the real list. The list that you got was fake because it was a mole mission. But in order for me to get you the list, I need $150K and I need you to tell me who Job is.
Right.
Who is the actual mole.
Right.
So that's the whole kind of premise. And because he's been now excommunicated and because the CIA thinks he's the mole, he has to put together his own team of people who have been disavowed because they're the only people that he can trust at this point. Mm-hmm. So it's like this whole thing. I'm also the $150,000. There's at some point in the movie where he's talking to, I don't remember if he's talking to Claire or if he's talking to the other disavowed guys, but basically talking about how like this is a thankless job, you can die for nothing. And then I feel like he says something about like like basically how they don't make any money.
Yeah.
Like they make like $60K or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, $60K?
Yeah, that's exactly what I
like,
said.
Wait a second. It's like the most skilled spies in the world and you're not getting well paid. Why are you even doing this job? You should just get a job with the CIA.
To the thrill.
You probably get paid more.
That's true.
To do way less work.
More killing.
It's a lot more killing.
By my hands, Maybe they're into that.
I mean, yeah, but nah, dog. I'm going to need some bread. And also, this perfectly explains why people keep getting turned by Max. Because she's paying. She's paying six figures for a job.
Right.
That's more than I'm getting paid all year.
Not to mention, after he delivers the list to her, she offers him a few million, I feel like.
That's right.
The 150 was just to assemble the team. That wasn't what he was going to be pocketing. He was going to get... she offered to give him 10 million if she's able to get basically like the knock list in its entirety for not just Eastern Europe, but basically all the agents. So $10 million, like, here is the list.
Yeah. And they don't want me no more anyway,
Right.
So screw them.
Here you go, Max. Yeah, that was very shocking. So when it comes to...
And if I got $10 million and I'm a spy, like...
Oh, yeah, I'm going to disappear.
I'm 100% going to disappear.
Yeah.
I can live anywhere I want in the world because I know how to get around without being spotted.
And I have all the passports.
Every passport in the world. I'm going to have to get new passports because they're going to know all my aliases.
But I know how to get them.
Yeah, I can very easily get it. Yeah.
And I have money.
I mean, the fact that he put together this team of disavowed spies so easily means that he still has access to things that he probably shouldn't have access to. Mm-hmm. If he's an alleged mole, he should have been like locked out of every system, and that didn't seem to be the case.
You're right, because like he just goes into the system and puts in like disavowed, and, then, and it just builds up a list.
He did a Google search. And he was like, "Oh, Ving Rhames, that's my man." It's like, wait, what's going on here? Like, how are you not locked out, bro? The entire team is literally trying to find you.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
disavowed. And pulls it up.
He typed in disavowed and clicked enter. That's crazy. Oh man.
So now he's working with Luther, who's played by Ving Rhames, and Krager, who's played by John Reno, and and
Claire. So now,
that's right, because Claire's on this.
Because Claire came back,
survived.
And then he's like, "All right, well now you can't go back either because if you're with me, they're gonna think that you were in on it." So she's like, "Okay." So now it's a team of 4,
right? And so now this Mission Impossible that they have to complete. I mean, it really does seem to be impossible.
It is impossible, baby.
What they have to do is they need to break into the CIA headquarters, which is at Langley in Virginia.
He said, "We going where?"
Luther, yeah.
He's like, "Wait, what are you talking about?"
But the thing about it is, Luther and Krager didn't know what they were getting. They just know that there's this information they have to get out of the CIA. They don't know that it's actually that knock list.
But it's also the fact that, like, I'm on the disavowed list, which means I've kind of been in the wind. Now you're asking me to go back to the home base of the people who kicked me out of the club. Mm-hmm. Which is like risk on top of risk because
absolutely.
Number 1, you're trying to break into the CIA. But number 2, if you get caught, like, you're going to like Gitmo. Like, you're like, it's quiet for you.
Yeah. And the thing about it is to get into this chamber where they need to go, there's like this voice recognition scans at door number 1. Door number 2 is a retinal scan. And then door number 3 is a double electronic key code. And then once you get into this chamber, the security system, they said, is sound controlled and temperature controlled by this air conditioning system that has a laser net. And so if any one of these things, the sound or the temperature are,
And the weight of the floor.
That's right.
That's why he had to get on the string.
Right. If a drop of sweat hits the floor, it's over for you.
The alarm goes off.
Right.
Yeah, they showed like the the sweat from the drink falling off of like a cup of Pepsi, and then it was like,
crazy.
It's like, dang, you should have had a koozie on that, bro.
So you're watching this and you're like, bro, there's no way. And Ethan's like, we're definitely gonna do it. It's like, where does this confidence come from?
He's Tom Cruise. He does this in every movie.
Like, I watch these movies and I'm just like,
Mission Impossible, Top Gun. It don't matter.
Jack Reacher.
Yeah. Tom Cruise is always gonna be like, it's fine. And then he's gonna do all the stunts himself and like jump over a cliff on a motorcycle. It's like, what? Who is this guy?
No, for me I think it was Mission Impossible 2. There's an opening scene where he's like rock climbing, but he's like, what do they call it? Like free climb? There's like no rope.
Yeah.
And your man's just like jumping from one side of the rock to the other, and I'm like, bro, what is he doing? Like, you just might die doing this shoot.
Right.
He's like, I got it.
He's not even doing it for a mission. He's just doing it. He's just doing it to see if he can.
I was like, yo, Tom Cruise is out of control. So yeah, this scene was actually a lot of fun to watch because they have to come through the ceiling. So first they have to disable this laser from their air conditioning unit. And the way they actually got into the building was interesting. They set off what appeared to be some kind of like smoke alarm system. And that was done by Luther, since he's like this great hacker. And
well, you gotta have a computer nerd.
You need it.
Every heist film, every spy film, even Batman movies gotta have Lucius Fox. Yeah, like you gotta have like somebody who can mess around with the computer system. So like Seth Green in The Italian Job or whatever the case may be, right? So they had Coach Bombay at the beginning. He gets killed in the elevator shaft.
Mm-hmm.
So now Ving Rhames is like the new like computer nerd.
Guns and butter.
Guns. You got your guns and you got your butter. And then Krieger is just like a crazy European guy. I mean, I'm not really sure exactly
He was kind of the wild card, which we learned later on.
Yeah, I'm not really sure like what like he didn't necessarily have a stereotype, I guess, other than just being like a crazy European.
Yeah.
Which I guess is a stereotype in and of itself.
Yeah. Yeah. You get that one person on the team that you can't fully trust.
Yeah, but I'm not really sure exactly like what his role was other than just like, we need another man.
Well, he was like the actual manpower because he had to physically hold.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It wasn't, but I'm saying I don't think he had like a specialty.
His brawn.
Okay, yeah. Braun. I mean, if you needed someone for brawn, wouldn't it be Ving Rhames?
He can't do both, man.
Wouldn't it be the significantly larger, stronger man?
He can't do both. He can't do both.
Not this chain smoking guy. But all right, Krieger. Yeah, I mean, and Krieger almost poops the bed anyway.
That wasn't his fault. The mouse came.
Yeah, it was a mouse. That's true.
So he actually had to kill it because the mouse was messing up with the sound. The pitter patter of the mouse.
He was also like
with the sound.
sneezing and doing all this other stuff.
But he had to kill the mouse. So he kills the mouse, and by doing so, his hands end up slipping on the rope that is basically holding Ethan as he's midair. And this whole...
I mean, he also drops a knife.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, he was screwing up.
Why was he holding a knife?
I don't know.
Is that what he killed the mouse with?
I don't know. I really don't know. Because, like, right at the end, when Ethan switches, he gets the list...
And he's
him like,
the disc.
yo, it's like the dude who's been barfing is about to come back. Like, yo, he's 10 seconds away. He's in the second unit. He's in the first unit. Mm-hmm. Oh, he's coming.
We gotta go.
So he's pulling him up. He's like, pull me up. And then he pulls him up and drops his knife.
Yeah.
And it's like, so why was like, you didn't need a knife for any part of this. So why was the knife even out for you to drop it? Unless he just was like holding it in his breast pocket and it fell out.
I don't know.
But yeah, Krieger was not like of everybody on the disavowed list. Like
he wasn't great.
He probably could have found a better pro.
He should have been disavowed.
Yeah, it's like we understand why you got disavowed, bro.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. But that whole scene just had me like on your tip of your toes because it was like
it's fantastic.
The guy's coming back in, then he turns back around and goes back to the bathroom, and there's one scene where Tom Cruise is actually in the room, but he's just like hanging in midair above him, and the guy can't see him. And it's like, don't look up.
That was kind of unbelievable.
It's like, don't look up.
Because the thing is, like, you're in a chamber. You work in this high security office in like a chamber with no windows, one desk, one computer, Like,
what does he do all day?
what's the likelihood that he would have walked in there and not looked up at any moment? Like, I don't know. That seemed a little unbelievable for me.
He was feeling sick, under the weather.
But yeah. Also, vents in movies are always large enough for grown men to crawl through. So that's always fun to see.
Yeah.
And we just saw that in Airheads. So there you go. With Kramer crawling through the vents.
Dang, we can't get away from Seinfeld, can we?
No, yeah, we can't get away from Seinfeld, man. John Voight's car! It's John Voight's car! But yeah, the scene is fire. I feel like I said this when we were watching The Good Son with the car crash scene, but this is another like high, intense action scene where they decided not to add any music.
It was perfect.
And it's just, I feel like it just adds so much more tension when there isn't like the cheesy, like action-y music and like, just if you have none of it, then you're actually in the moment more, I feel like.
Yeah. And also because the sound was so critical.
Yes.
So like even like him pulling the rope and you hear the rope going against the computer desk and you're just like, no, it's making too much noise. And like you see the sound meter. It kind of reminded me of like
one red bar.
Like the Saved by the Bell, like clap-o-meter. At the Max.
Max had the clap-o-meter hat. I was not expecting to be talking about Saved by the Bell on this episode, but here we are again.
We can't help it, man.
Here we are again.
But that's what it reminded
crazy.
me of.
The clap-o-meter is
like,
insane.
That's the sound going up.
That's an insane connection to make.
That's where my brain went. I can't help it.
They literally, you can literally put anything and then just put O-meter at the end. Like that's all they used to ever do. It's like anything is O-meter. Fundraise O-meter. Like, come on, man. This is so lazy. But yeah.
It makes it fun.
This scene is like so cool.
It's the best.
Still.
It's the best scene.
It's so fire.
It aged extremely well. I was still very invested in it. I wanted him to get the disc and get out. And if you think about it, it's like, yo, this man is stealing from the CIA. And we want him to do it.
Yeah.
It's like we want him to be successful.
Well, this is the whole like thing about it, right? We find out that there's a mole. We know that it's not Tom Cruise. We know that the mole is going by the code name Job. We know that Job is working with Max, who is notorious bad guy, or in this case, bad gal. And the head of the CIA, who's trying to catch Ethan, is this guy named Kittredge. And watching the movie, you're kind of like rooting against him, but at least I found myself kind of rooting against him. But technically, he's like doing the right thing. Like there is a mole. He's correct about that. I mean, the one scummy thing that he does is like frame Ethan's parents for like being drug kingpins and arresting them to draw him out. So I guess from that perspective, maybe he's not a good guy, but he's doing it for the purpose of like trying to catch this person who is actively trying to like screw their operations. Right. And I also don't think there was any intention to keep his parents arrested anyway. Like he was going to clean it up.
It was just bait.
Yeah, he had to draw Ethan out. Yeah, so like at the end of the day, like Kittredge is not a bad guy, but you kind of, at least I'll speak for myself, like I kind of found myself rooting against him and rooting for Tommy Boy.
Yeah, you
even
have
though
to.
Like
Tommy Boy?
Tom's not a bad guy either. He's being framed, but Kittredge doesn't know that.
No. But yeah, them going in as, I think we mentioned it earlier, but them going in as firemen was absolutely brilliant because then they are able to exit using the same costumes or uniforms.
That's the way to do it, baby.
But I feel like, wasn't there another heist movie where they did something similar?
Yes.
Where they,
and
like,
I can't think of what
they dressed
it
in
is.
as like EMS or something. And
yeah, it's been done before.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely if you're dressed up as cops, firemen, EMT, some sort of emergency personnel, that's going to basically allow you to walk in and out of doors without people questioning you. So yeah, it definitely works. They escape in a fire truck and they have the knock list.
they got it. And now comes the final showdown.
So there is a final showdown, but before that, a few things I want to just make mention of. Number one, he's now supposed to like sell this list to Max, and Krieger keeps like pushing him about it. Yo, you're gonna contact the arms dealer. Like, yo, what's good? And then Tom Cruise starts doing magic tricks.
Yeah.
Which I was just like, wait, what is happening right now?
I know what you're thinking, Krieger. You're thinking back in the computer room. I was up here. He was down there. Yes, and he was carrying 2 discs. It's so hard to keep track of these things.
Where is it?
Do you actually think I'd let you have the knock list?
That was very weird. He's like, where'd it go? And then, what's her name? Katie is...
Holmes?
What's her name?
Claire,
sorry. Claire is sitting there and she's watching it and she's like smiling, like she's really enjoying it. She's like, oh, so endearing. And I was like, what is going on right now? Where's the disc? I don't know. Is it Katie's jacket pocket? I don't know.
Did you think I would give you the list to hold?
So Krieger's
and
like,
it turns out that's
snap.
exactly what he did.
So Krieger thinks that basically he had the wrong list. So Krieger throws the disc out. And then when Krieger storms off, that's when Ethan reveals that, in fact, Krieger did have the list.
But then it's also like, why did he have a second disc at all if there was no... Yeah, like, I didn't even know why that he even had a second disc if he gave Krieger the real one, right? Like, he gives Krieger the disc when Krieger's pulling him up, right before he drops the knife. All right, cool. But then when Krieger starts pushing him out, that's when he's like, well, when Krieger starts pressing him out, rather, that's when he's like, yo, you don't even have the real one. I got the real one. Wrap you. But then it's like, Krieger storms out and throws the disc in the trash, which he also didn't have to do. He could have just continued to hold it.
Exactly.
And then it would have been a whole nother Mission Impossible to get it off of Krieger. Because Krieger could have just been called his bluff and been like, all right, I'm holding on to this anyway.
What if he broke it? Like, what if he destroyed the disc? That's what I was thinking.
Then you're going to have to seek it again. Set another fire drill.
Maybe he was hoping he had enough time to make 2 copies and he didn't have enough time.
Yeah, maybe.
That's what I was thinking.
Maybe. So that's one thing that happens, right? The other thing that happens is Tom Cruise figures out that the mole is his boss, Jim.
John Voight.
And realizes this by looking at the Bible in the safe house that had Job 3:14 in it, because that's the only Bible that exists in London, apparently.
Yeah, I didn't get it. It's like, it's Gideon's Bible, and it said from that hotel.
The Drake Hotel, which is the same hotel he said he was staying in at the beginning of the film. So it's like a callback. Oh, well, he was staying at the Drake Hotel. This Bible is from the Drake Hotel in Chicago, and we're in London. So obviously, he's Job 3:14. So he now knows this, and then as he's like putting this plan together, all right, so we're gonna give you the disc, you're gonna give us the money, and you're gonna turn over Job. Out of nowhere, Jim just shows back up. He's like, yo, Ethan, what's good? He's like, bro, you're alive? I thought you were dead.
He's like,
oh, nah, it's so crazy, yo. They try to frame you. It's so crazy. So
him showing up was like, okay, we definitely know you're the killer now. Like, I don't know why he decided
and then
to show
at the end,
up.
he's like, when did you figure it out? It's like, bro, why'd you come back?
We thought you were dead.
And then he's like, yeah, so the plan is I'm going to give this list to Max, and Max is going to turn Job over to me. And then his eyes get mad shifty. He's like, is she about to do what? I was like, oh, come on, dog. Like, you're making it mad hot.
And then he's like,
are you supposed to be a top level spy?
And then he's like hunched over. He's like, you got to go to the hospital for that. He's like, no, I'm okay. It's like, bro, you were shot in your gut. Like, what do you mean you're okay? He's like, no, fine. So the whole time, and then he's like, don't tell Katie I'm alive. And it's like,
or Claire.
How can you call her Katie?
I don't know.
Gosh, Claire, I'm alive. And it's like, wait, so you don't want to see your wife? You don't want her to know that you're still alive?
No.
The whole thing just didn't make sense. I was like, I don't trust anything that you're saying.
Yeah, nah, he was trash.
I don't know why he showed up. That was very bizarre. So it
He
ends
was
up
definitely trash.
the final showdown is supposed to happen.
Final countdown
On this train. This train is going from London to France, and on this train you have Max with two of her associates. You have Luther, who's there, and he's basically there to mess with the signal on the train so that Max is not able to actually download the knock list after Ethan gives it to her. You have Kittredge on the plane with his team because they're trying to figure out who the mole is and to capture the mole. So a lot going on, a lot of moving parts.
So all right. This is the part that I don't really understand because it's like, okay, she gets the list on this disc. She's now like, yo, let's upload this immediately so that I can copy over the data. And Luther is like blocking the signal so that she can't upload the data on the train. But like, if she still has the list on the disc, what's stopping her from just doing that after they get to France?
She can wait, but she wants to do it now, apparently.
Right, but like, you're holding off something, but you've already given her the information. And it's not like they knew that Kittredge was going to be there to arrest her. Because Kittredge at this point is still looking for Ethan. So he's like, number one, hoping that Kittredge has tracked him. And number two, he has this whole plan of like, I'm going to catch Jim out by wearing these glasses. But he doesn't know that Jim is going to be there. He's just trusting that he is because of Max is supposed to bring Job to him. But he also doesn't know that Job is going to be on the train. Like, there's a lot of things that had to happen perfectly.
That's what I was trying to figure out because I was like, did he like tip off Kittredge and say this is where I'm at? Because I know Claire was like, Kittredge is on the plane and she was like, on the train and she was like shocked by it. But I'm like, at that point, he had already figured out, or he thought that Claire might have been working with Jim. So I'm like, did he tip off Kittredge so that he would be on the train? That's the kind of part that I wasn't quite sure of. He was wearing the glasses. So we knew that he was able to record the conversation. Although the glasses...
And apparently Kittredge had Dick Tracy's watch because...
Yes.
I don't even remember at any other point where he just had a watch on that was giving him a live video feed. But he conveniently had one on in the last 10 minutes of the film. And why would Ethan Hawke's glasses be feeding to Kittredge's watch?
Not Ethan Hawke, but...
No, Ethan Hunt.
But you're right about that. A lot of this was just kind of like, okay, everything is falling into place way too smoothly. Even when after Ethan takes off the fake Jim face and has Claire basically, she admits the fact that she was working with him.
She's been in on it the whole time.
The whole time. And
the whole time.
After he removes the fake face, I guess that's when he pops his glasses on and then he starts talking to them. He's able to get their confession. And this part was weird to me because after he's able to tell Jim basically like, I got you on camera, like they know you're back here and like it's over. He turns around and he shoots his wife.
I'm so glad you brought that up.
What? Why did he do that?
I was also confused, like, wait, why did he shoot her? Like,
and then he just knees Ethan in the stomach and runs away. I was like, why didn't you shoot him?
He shoots Claire, and then he just knocks Ethan to the ground and tries to escape. So then it's like, wait. So then, because first I'm like, wait, why does he shoot Claire? But then we realized that his escape plan was to basically kill Ethan, which he doesn't do for whatever reason. Take the money, because Ethan already told him the plan that he was going to get this 10 mil. So he's like, oh, word? I'll just show up on the train.
Right.
Like, I don't even know if he knew that Jim was the mole. Why even telling Jim the plan? Tell him a fake plan. You already know he's the bad guy. But he tells him the whole plan, the true plan. So whatever. It doesn't make any sense. So then he basically is like, yo, wrap these people. I'm taking this bread and I'm out. So his plan was to escape out the top of a moving train.
I have so much to say about this moving train.
And this is not like the DC Metro.
No.
Like, this is a train that's going from London to Paris.
This is one of those fast trains. Like,
so he's going to climb
trains.
out of a moving train and then meet Krieger, who's also in on it. And Krieger's going to pick him up on a helicopter. So I'm like, oh, maybe he shoots Claire because he had no intention of taking her with him the entire time.
Yeah.
Like, his whole plan was like, I'm saving this 10 mil. I was basically just using Claire as a way to get to Ethan, I guess.
Yeah, first seduce him, get to Ethan.
Make him feel comfortable with Claire, which is then going to give me an in route on what he's doing.
Right.
Which is going to allow me to betray, which was going to allow me to basically screw him over, and then I'm just going to get rid of her.
Right.
And take the money.
And
then
Krieger,
probably when they land, he'll probably shoot Krieger too.
Or Krieger might shoot him.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I think Krieger would shoot him for sure.
What movie is that? Is that Italian Job? Where like they do a heist and then like Ed Norton ends up just like stealing the money from everybody else. I feel like Ed Norton is always being like a creep in these movies.
I can't recall. But yeah, this whole last scene, you have
might be the score.
Krieger is flying a helicopter, and the plan is after Jim gets on top of this fast-moving Eurostar train, he's going to tie this. He basically has this clip with like this long rope that
it's like a carabiner,
right? That he can like launch down to him. He can, I guess, wrap himself around it, and he'll lift him up from the train, and then they'll escape, out into the wind with their money. So we're watching this happen.
Lift me up.
Jim's on top of this train, and of course, Ethan Hunt is like, "Oh, I cannot stand by. I must do something about this." Mm-hmm. Mind you have Kittredge and the rest of the CIA agents that know what's going on. They're not doing anything.
No, they're just like, well, that's his. I'm not chasing him outside.
Ethan just got sucker punched in his gut.
Yeah,
somehow he's able to get
that's
up.
Their problem. The bigger problem for us is getting this knock list. The knock list is not outside. We're not going out there.
Oh, okay.
They can fight over the 10 million all they want, but like, I'm a CIA agent. If this knock list gets out, I have no career.
Yeah.
Like, I'm getting fired.
But they already had Max at that point.
Exactly. That's why they didn't go outside. That's not Krieger's problem. Krieger's problem is that list.
Kittredge, yeah.
Yeah. Krieger's a dummy.
Yeah.
That's not Kittredge's problem. He's just like, yo, I need this list. I need to apprehend Max. We've been chasing Max all over the world. We can't even figure out this person's identity.
Yeah.
So they're lit. Like,
fair enough.
They don't care about what's going on the top of the train. That's Ethan doing that for whatever reason. Because he really wants the 10 million. I don't really know.
He was going to keep it anyway.
That money's going to get apprehended by the CIA anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm not really sure.
He just wanted to make sure that the bad guys didn't get away.
Yeah, that's really what it is. He was just being a hero.
Yeah.
But like,
he was being the Keanu Reeves cop in Speed.
I mean, he really was, because Keanu Reeves in Speed, actually, that's the second parallel to that ridiculous movie. Because I mean, I will say this though, because I was thinking about Speed as I was watching this scene on the train, and of course, I will say this straight up out the gate. This is obviously a very ridiculous scene. Mm-hmm. However, the physics are at least believable in terms of how their bodies are moving
across the train.
Like, Speed was just like, this is completely unrealistic.
But it's also like, how's he holding on?
No. Yes.
Like,
I'm not saying that this is believable. I'm saying
at least the wind.
Yeah, they did a better job of making it feel like they were like at least experiencing the elements versus just like Speed was just not even trying.
Yeah,
it was just that's fair we're enough. Like giving one-liners. Yeah, like they're telling come on, dog. It was it was a lot more of like a cheesy action movie.
Fair enough.
This one, I feel like they were at least trying, even though it was still kind of cheesy. Because not only are they able to hold on to the top of a speeding Eurostar train, but then Krieger gets his helicopter connected to the train and is able to fly in the tunnel without crashing.
Yeah, this didn't make any sense.
It's like,
I thought for sure.
How is he doing this?
I thought for sure the copter was just gonna like crash into the top of the tunnel. And then he like went under it, and I was like, "Wait, what?"
Yes, exactly.
I thought for sure he was just toast.
Yeah,
and he just kept flying the helicopter. And the person who's like the poor conductor on the train is like, "We gotta keep speeding. If we slow down, it's gonna crash into the back of us. We gotta like accelerate now." Mm-hmm. And I was like, "What?" And then Ethan is fighting with Jim in the back of the train, and they're getting thrown about this way and that. The whole thing was just. I
mean, listen.
It was just law. It was a
All
lot.
three of them should have immediately died.
Yes.
Not to mention the fact that Jim is old as hell. How is he doing any of this physically?
How's he breathing?
Like, how is he holding on?
How's
Like,
he breathing?
it's ridiculous enough to believe that Ethan could pull this off. There's no way John Voight is doing this, bro. Like, come on, man. It's no way at all. Physically, and not to mention the fact that he has this fake injury, which is just like gone now. Which that makes sense because he never shot himself.
Yeah, it was fake blood.
But like, come on, bro. He's mad old. There's no way.
Yeah, I didn't really care for this part of it. I was like, all right, can we just wrap this up and get to the end of the movie?
So, of course, another callback. He uses the gum, puts it together, puts it on the window, blows up Krieger in the helicopter.
Uses it twice in this movie.
And uses it not only to blow up Krieger, he uses it to propel himself from the helicopter to the train.
That was the worst part.
The explosion of the helicopter gave him the force to jump back onto the train
without blowing his entire body up.
Yes,
His spine is still
He has
intact.
no like 5th-degree burns. He has no burns at all. Not 5th, 4th, 3rd,
Forget about
2nd.
his spine is still intact, bro. How? There's no way. He would have broke his back.
Because the mission was impossible.
But also
he's Ethan Hunt.
him trying to climb onto the helicopter didn't make any sense either.
No. Because what? Also, like, why
am
are
I
you doing that?
this?
You could have also just let him get on the helicopter and then thrown the gum onto it and blew him up.
Could have.
Because if you remember, when he uses the gum to get away from Kittredge in the beginning of the movie, he sticks the gum together and throws it onto the window.
Yeah.
So he doesn't need to press it.
You're right.
He could have just
thrown
done
it.
the same thing. Threw it at the helicopter.
Well, this is more fun.
Because he had to have the explosion behind him as he jumps. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot. I'll just say that. It was a lot. So, so he ends up, Max is caught, and at the end, they're able to say that, oh, just kidding, your family's actually safe. We actually didn't think your mom and your uncle were these big drug lords, and they're out of jail, and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, yeah, good. And at the very end, we're able to see that now he has kind of taken on the role that Jim used to have, and this is the role that we all know him as. And
now he's the big boss man.
He's now being asked, is there a mission? This is your mission if you choose to accept it, and he gets his own thing.
And Luther gets pulled off the disavowed list, so now he's an agent again. And I'm pretty sure he's
all
in
the rest of the movies.
Yeah, he's in the other movies.
Yo, there's like 8 of them, I want to say. So there's 7.
They're putting out another one this year.
It's the final reckoning. So I believe.
So he had to close out Top Gun. He had to close out Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
He's closing out all his big series.
You're absolutely right.
We still haven't gotten a Cocktail sequel though. We're still holding our breath.
Or Jay Maguire. Where are they now?
Where are they now? That's funny. Did you see anything in this movie that didn't age well?
Not really. I didn't know anything.
Yeah, there wasn't really anything too bad. I mean, obviously the part that you mentioned about him pushing Claire onto the bed was kind of like cringe.
They send you for me?
Who's they?
They send you.
Who sent you? No one sent me. No one sent me.
The only other thing I noted that is not necessarily like didn't age well, but something that would definitely not happen now is smoking on an airplane. That was kind of like, oh wow, that's a thing
Times have
that
changed.
People born in the 2000s would have never even seen that ever happen.
90s, baby.
Smoking on planes, smoking in restaurants, all of those things. They kind of. You don't even see cigarette ads anymore. We used to see cartoon camel smoking cigarettes when we were growing up. So yeah, they got rid of all that stuff. All right. Well,
what is the theme?
The theme. I can go first. I think the theme, which I wrote down, and for some reason it is now missing, so I don't remember what I wrote. I remember what I wrote. I think the theme of this film is simply that, your actions can come back to you. The kind of it's a story of like good prevailing over evil, but I think beyond that, which is kind of the theme of like every action movie, I think it's the concept of the things that you do will always like have a reckoning. All right. So whether that's Krieger, whether that's Jim, whether that's Claire, but even Ethan, right? Like he was doing the right thing and he gets vindicated at the end. He steals this list from the CIA, but ultimately plans to just give it right back to them.
Right.
Luther is able to revive his career because he helps Ethan.
But we also don't know why he was disavowed. So that's why it's like question mark there.
Doesn't matter. Water under the bridge. Water under the bridge. So yeah, I mean, Jim basically had this whole plan of screwing everybody and getting away with Max.
Well, we explained why though.
It doesn't work out for him. Oh, because
He
they
makes
weren't making no
$60,000 a
money.
year.
They weren't making no money. So yeah, I think that's actually the conversation where we find out that they're not making bread. Is because when they're having this conversation where Ethan's still playing dumb, like he doesn't know who Job is. He's like, I just don't understand. Why would he do it? And Jim basically tells him like, well, you know, like we're not getting paid, bro. So like, it makes perfect sense to me why somebody would be a mole.
You're an obsolete piece of hardware not worth upgrading. You've got a lousy marriage and $62,000 a year.
And we're able to see exactly how the deaths actually played out in the background. They kind of do a flashback, and we're seeing how Jim was involved with all of those deaths and Claire.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, he killed his own team. So yeah, he got what was coming to him.
He sure did. Yeah, I mean, I had the very same thing. Basically, I put like your sins will find you out.
Yeah.
So it's literally the same thing. I'm not going to belabor the point.
Yeah.
All right, I have some interesting facts on this one.
Okay.
So, not sure if you know this, but Mission Impossible was a TV show first. It aired between 66 and 73, and then again between 88 and 90. And Tom Cruise was a huge fan of the show. And so Paramount had the rights to adapt the show into a film. They kind of were sitting on it for a while. And Tom Cruise basically approaches them and was like, yo, we should do a movie.
You're not going to do this?
Yeah. He's like, we should do this movie. And so they were like, oh, like, you're Tom Cruise. Okay. And they kind of agreed to do it that way. This film was directed by Brian De Palma. Mm-hmm. And he also directed
Scarface, right?
Scarface, yeah. Carlito's Way, Dressed to Kill, and Carrie. And basically, Cruise and De Palma had a meeting one day. They weren't meeting together. Cruise was actually meeting with Steven Spielberg on something else. And then he ends up meeting De Palma. And then he basically, after he met him, he went home and said he watched all of De Palma's movies and then went to work convincing De Palma to direct Mission Impossible. So, like, Cruise, like, went to work to get this done.
So he, like, produced this movie.
Yeah. He was like, we're going to do it. I'm
pretty sure he did have a producer credit. I mean, he should have if he didn't.
I believe it because he was like, I want to do this. Now, as far as that train scene you were talking about that looks so believable, Cruise said that he wanted to have a wind machine so powerful that it could potentially knock him off the train. And so he found one in Europe capable of doing it. It wound up to 140 miles per hour, and they used it on that scene in order to get his hair to flop the way that it did and make their face contort like that.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, the actual, like, reality of this scene is fairly small, but it definitely, they made the physics at least look more believable than, like, speed.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So De Palma and Cruise were known to have strong personalities.
No way.
And there were rumors.
The guy that made Carrie and Scarface has a strong personality. I'm shocked to hear that.
There were rumors that the two clashed while filming this movie. And the rumors began to resurface when De Palma backed out of promo interviews for the film. And then after this one, De Palma has not directed another movie in the series. So.
I'm not working with that jerk again.
Or I guess either one of them could have said that. Yeah.
I hope I never see any of you jerks again.
Right.
Kevin McAllister quotes.
So there's some more drama. So the TV director of the actual show was invited by Paramount to consult on the movie to make sure that, things were kind of the way that he wanted it to be. But De Palma told that TV director that the film would be nothing like the show and that having him on the set would be too uncomfortable. So the TV director left and never came back. So Jim Phelps, played by Jon Voight, he is the surprise villain in the show, he is the only character, in the movie, he is the only character that is attached to the TV show. None of the other characters in this film, including Ethan Hunt, actually appear on the TV show version of this. Originally, there were plans for members of the team at the beginning of the movie to all have this large die. Like, they're all going to die in this opening scene, crazy. And they were going to be the characters and actors from the actual show to kind of draw people out to be like, oh, you know this person, and they're all going to die. But the actors didn't really have any interest in showing up just to be killed off.
Yeah.
So they were like, yeah, no, we're going to do that. Also, because Jim Phelps, who is the one character who like makes it onto the movie, ends up being the villain, the TV show castmates were pissed about it. They didn't like it at all. One member was so mad that he walked out of the movie when it was revealed that Phelps was the traitor.
That's like intense.
They were not here for it. They're like, yo, we did this movie, we did this show for years, you know, and now y'all come along and completely ruin it in their eyes. Like, you made this person who was a good spy into the villain in the movie. Like, why would you do that? So they did not care for that. And something for us to kind of just notice is there's a one scene where they're showing the knock list and they're matching it up with people's actual names. And one of the names on the list is Maverick, which is from Top Gun.
Oh, wow. Nice. Mm-hmm. All right. Some good facts there.
Yeah, a lot of drama.
It is the drama. Lots of drama. All right, so let's do our rewind ratings for Mission Impossible 1.
Mm-hmm. MI1. All right, I'll go first. I did not remember a lot about this movie. I did remember the infamous scene in the chamber, and it held up. It was still very intriguing. I was definitely I knew he was going to live, obviously, but you're still like, how are they going to make this happen? How are they filming it? The sound levels, everything. And to know how a movie ends up and still be in the moment is something that's very hard to do. But I felt like they did a good job. It's an action film, so I mean, you can't take too much of it seriously. But it's about spies. There's a lot of murder, a lot of death, a lot of double crossing. I tend to like plots like that. Even though I figured out earlier on that Claire was in fact part of the mole and Jim showed himself to be the mole for some reason.
Well, if I was him, this is probably why I would do it. Like, all right, man. You couldn't have just said, I don't know. That's crazy. The worst liar ever. I thought you were a spy, bro.
It still was pretty fun. This is one of the actually almost 2 hours. It didn't feel too long for me, which is saying a lot. Will I watch this movie again in the near future? Probably not in the near future because, again, like a movie like this, once you know how it ends and you've kind of seen it, so why watch it again? So I'm gonna give it a middle of the road a 3.
Giving it a 3. Okay. So yeah, like I said at the top of the episode, like I really didn't remember too much about this. As I'm watching the movie, I put in my notes fairly early, like, is Jim in on this? And I can't remember if I like thought that intuitively or if in the back of my mind I remembered that. But I didn't really remember anything else about the movie, so I'm just gonna give myself credit.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, I mean, I also just felt like you said, there was a lot of like interesting twists. The action sequences were engaging. The scene in the CIA chamber is like literally like legendary. Like it's a scene that kind of like is stamped in pop culture history when you think about heist films or spy movies. It's been like redone and spoofed 1,000 times. So I don't know. I really actually enjoyed watching this movie. Like I had a lot of fun. And I think the fact that I didn't remember it and hadn't seen it for like 20 years, I feel like seeing this the last time I saw it, I was probably like 13. and a lot of this went over my head.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I really understood what was going on. It was just like, oh, all right, they're about to just like fight the bad guys, whatever. But like watching it now, I'm like, oh, like I'm actually following this. It's like this makes sense to me now.
Your third eye is now open.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I'm actually gonna go higher than you. I enjoyed this movie. I'm gonna give this 4 rewinds.
Wow, strong score.
Yeah, I thought this was like a quality action movie. Like I had a lot of fun watching this for sure.
Okay.
So folks, as you always are prompted to do, please let us know what you thought of 1996's Mission Impossible. Send us messages with your thoughts. Join our Patreon. We've been having some good chats in there with our members.
They're so funny.
So it's we got a good group. Always looking to expand it. So if you are interested in connecting with us directly, and also we put out bonus episodes on the Patreon with movies that are from the late 80s and early 2000s. So you can only access those as a member. Please look into doing that.
Don't forget to send us your movie requests. You could shoot us an email at rewindrewatch1990s@gmail.com. And no, you are not limited to just one film. So keep those coming as well. You can hit us up on social media at RR90spod, or you can just do a search for Rewind Rewatch Podcast. If you look for us, you will find us.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Any last words?
Any last words? My team is dead. That's funny.
He was incensed. All right, y'all. Later.
Adios.